I would like to call the Monday, May 11th, 2026 Common Council meeting to order. Clerk Toronto, I believe you would like to make some comments regarding the length of the meeting and expectations.
Yes, thank you, President Lee. Good evening, members of the public. To maintain good audio quality for council and yourselves, we will be muting everyone not speaking by default. If you would like to speak during a public portion of the meeting, please submit your request in the chat. Directions to do so will be listed. We ask that you provide your full name and residential address, as those are required for all speakers at in-person council meetings. Those wishing to speak virtually must activate their camera, displaying the speaker to be recognized by the chair. Additionally, if you are called on to speak, please provide your details in the following format. My name is full name and I live at residential address. I would like to speak for or against agenda item. You will then be given 5 minutes to speak. Thank you.
All right. A disrespectful, rude, or disruptive speech or actions will not be tolerated. Such speech or actions, as well as verbal attacks on any person, may result in the individual without notice forfeiting the remainder of his or her allotted time. At this time, we're going to all stand for invocation, and this week's invocator will be Councilwoman Sherry Bolden Simpson.
May we stand and bow our heads in reverence. Dear Father God in heaven, first of all, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for breath. We thank you for life. We thank you for your creation, your wildflowers, your trees, and we ask you to help us to be stewards of what you have given us. Lord, give us a strong mind to make good decisions for our community. You're the lover of our souls, and we're just so grateful for you, dear Lord. I pray this prayer in the name of the one who heals and the one who saves. Amen.
Amen. Now, at this time, Clerk Toronto, would you please give the roll call?
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Present.
Councilmember McBride is online.
Present.
Councilmember Warner,
Present.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Present.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Present.
Councilmember White,
Present.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Present.
Vice President Niskoski,
Present.
President Lee.
Present.
9 ayes. I'm sorry, 9 council members present.
Are we starting already?
I know, sorry.
All right. Now we'll have reports from the subcommittee on minutes for April 27, 2026.
To the Common Council of the City of South Bend. The subcommittee has inspected the minutes of the April 27th, 2026 meeting of the council and found them to be correct. Therefore, we recommend the same be approved.
All right, I now entertain a motion.
Move for approval.
Second.
There's been a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, we have to do it because Sharon's at home right now.
See?
All right. All right. Clerk Toronto, please give us the roll. We are starting early today.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right. Motion has been approved. All right, special business. We have a special resolution recognizing May as ALS Awareness Month. At this time, I will now put it in the hands of Vice President Niskoski. Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Sheila Nazgotsky, 4942 Scenic Drive, South Bend, Indiana, 46619. And thank you so much for letting me read this here this evening and for all my council members that have signed on. Before I begin, I want to introduce Sandra Regal. And this is her family. It's her sister and her mother. And we lost one, but he's, oh, there he is. So that's her family that is with her here today. Sandra is the catalyst for this special resolution this evening to recognize ALS month. She's a retired professor who just moved to South Bend last September from Texas and asked if our council would support recognizing ALS Awareness Month. When we're finished, I'm going to ask her to say a few words, and first I'm going to read the special resolution. Okay, a special resolution from the South Bend Common Council, Vice President Sheila Nazgotsky, 6th District Representative.
I'm trying to turn it up.
This is a test. That's okay. Are we good now?
Yeah.
All right, good. So I'm going to start over. A special resolution from the South Bend Common Council, Vice President Sheila Nazgotsky, 6th District Representative, recognizing May as ALS Awareness Month. Whereas amyotrophic sclerosis, ALS, is a neurological disease that affects the parts of the nervous system responsible for voluntary muscle movement. ALS is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. This is a progressive and ultimately fatal disorder. And whereas the United States Congress designated May as National Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis Awareness Month in 1992 to increase awareness and public understanding of ALS. And whereas every 90 minutes in the United States, someone is diagnosed with ALS and another person passes away from the disease. The average age of diagnosis is 55. And whereas the average survival time after diagnosis is roughly 3 years. However, many people live longer. 20% of those diagnosed live 5 years or more, 10% live 10 years or more, and 5% live 20 years or more. Whereas with no known cure, current treatments for ALS aim to slow the disease progression and help symptoms for those affected. Whereas ALS is a deliberating disease in need of new treatments and therapies. Clinical trials often provide a gateway for scientific breakthroughs and discoveries. And whereas the securing of proper medical equipment is essential to elevating the quality of life for individuals living with ALS. And whereas raising public awareness, which we are doing today, and understanding of ALS is crucial to increasing early diagnosis, encouraging research participation, and mobilizing community support. Now therefore be it resolved by the South Bend Common Council as follows. On behalf of the citizens of South Bend, Indiana, we are pleased to recognize the month of May as ALS Awareness Month. Section 2, the city of South Bend acknowledges the strength and resilience of all of those living with ALS. Section 3, the South Bend Common Council commends the caregivers and the families of individuals with ALS for their selfless commitment to those that they support. Section 4, this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage by the South Bend Common Council. Signed and approved this 11th day of May, 2026 in the city of South Bend, County of St. Joseph in the state of Indiana. And I want to thank all of my fellow council members for supporting this. Please give awareness. If anybody you know, let them know it's ALS month. It's critical to get the message out. They're still trying to develop different different treatments. But this podium that we have serves as a public to inform them more about ALS disease. And I want to thank Sandra for being here today. And she would like to say a few words. She had originally notified Ms. Karen White, and she's like, I'm not the vice president anymore. So she forwarded it to me, and then we were able to work through those channels. And Matthew was instrumental in helping us gather all of the information and setting up the times that we could all meet. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Ms. Sandra Riegel.
There we are. Hi, thank you. Thank you, Council Vice President Nisgowsky. Thank you, Council members. Thank you, Matthew Neal, and those who worked on researching and drafting this resolution. On behalf of all those living with ALS, their caregivers, families, friends, healthcare providers, our communities, thank you. As the resolution states, recognition such as these are essential for building awareness, which helps to build momentum for the goals in finding a cure. For example, soon our Congress will be voting on whether or not to extend the ALS Act, a crucial piece of legislation that provides funding for ALS and expanded access to trial drugs and therapy. Funding awareness for ALS underscores why consideration such as
Take your
these
time.
are vital for our community for finding a cure. Again, and thank you deeply for this.
So much. Thank you. These are for you. And one for you. I would like to give it to help spread the word.
For the record, Sandra Riegel, 39 Riverside Drive.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Council members? On this end?
I thank you.
Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your courage, your strength. Thank you for making us more aware. Our prayers are with you, mine are. And we just have to keep up the fight. Okay.
Good evening. It was good to meet with you all right before the meeting. I enjoyed our conversation. I'm glad that you're here. And it's important for us to continue to create the awareness like you have said. And thank you for everything you have done. And may God continue to bless you, strengthen you, and may we find a cure very soon.
Ms. White?
Okay. I just want to thank you for honoring us with your presence. I'm glad that you did send me that email, and I'm very grateful that I was able to put it in the right hands. Your courage is unbelievable. Your presence is just humbling, and we are praying, at least I'm praying for you. You're not alone, okay? And there's others as your family. I know they're with you, they're fighting with you, and also we're hoping that they will find a cure. But just thank you for just coming and being with us. We are honored, and this has been a very humbling experience that I will never forget. Mhm.
I'll just add my gratitude to others. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, for allowing us to lift up this month of May to educate the public about ALS. My first experience with ALS was a colleague of mine who was diagnosed at the age of 55. Robert Sedlak was his name. He was a design professor at the University of Notre Dame, and we worked together. And he ran through the tape. He lived the last 3 years of his life full. And so I think of him and his family in this, and others who have passed away from this disease and who are still living with it. And I pray for you and your family for strength and courage. Thank you for being here.
Again, I want to say thank you again for contacting us and allowing us to be able to honor this month. I had one of my first bosses out of college who was diagnosed with ALS, and um, he made up his mind that though he had the disease, he would travel all over the world golfing. And so they took pictures of him in different places all over the world golfing at some of the best locations across the world. And he spent his last days enjoying life. And so thank you for being an advocate, and thank you for coming here tonight. With that being said, I'd like to take um, a vote for in favor of this resolution. Trying to get my thoughts together. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember McBride,
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask if she wanted to say anything.
sorry.
Councilman McBride,
Thank-
did you want to say anything?
Well, thank you for the time. For the record, I do support the bill, so aye for me. And I do just want to say her for coming. Thank you for bringing the resolution to council and making us more aware about ALS, and continued prayers for the family, and whatever support we can lend to the family. Thank you.
All right. Clerk Toronto.
Um, Councilmember McBride, I'm taking the roll.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner, Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis, Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
I'm a definite aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
all ayes.
All right, motion passes. All right. Do we want to take a
Thank you
picture
so
with her?
much.
If she
Would
you like to take
you
a
mind if we
picture?
took a picture with you?
council members all come down and we'll take a picture with you?
Mm.
We'll stay here. Yeah, let you have the attention.
One, two, three. Yep. I'll put it in. Yeah, okay, I can see everyone. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Did you guys all get? Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Now, I would like to entertain a motion to amend the agenda.
I'll second that.
All right, there's been a motion that has been, there's been a motion and it's been seconded. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Dr. Davis. Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner. Vice President Niskoski.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right, motion passes. All right, as you all know, that tonight is the last night for Council Member Troy Warner of the 4th District. Well, you're not in control tonight. We got this. And so
Be a surprise.
I'll read from up here. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. A special resolution to the South Bend Common Council to celebrate the dedication and commitment of our colleague Troy Warner to the city. Whereas Troy Warner was elected to serve the city's 4th District Council member in 2019 and took office January 1st, 2020. And whereas Troy was reelected in 2023, and whereas during Troy's time with the Common Council, he has served on several council committees, including chairperson of the Committee of the Whole, Community Investment, Personnel and Finance, Health and Public Safety, standing committees, and a member of the Community Relations and a member of the Information and Technology, the Park, Public Works, Property Vacations, Utility Standing Committees, and whereas Troy's public service has extended far beyond his elected official duties and includes president of the Redevelopment Commission, attorney for the St. Joseph County Sheriff and St. Joseph County Police Department, and deputy prosecuting attorney. And whereas Troy is clearly a Renaissance man. And whereas during Troy's time
Wait
as
till
a
I tell
council
my
member,
wife that last part.
council member, the city accomplished over 2,000 new housing units in all corners and areas of the city, over $1 billion in private investment, with even more being announced monthly, record numbers of street miles paved, historic decreases in crime and shooting, adoption of the 21st century policing policies, and implementation of the state-of-the-art crime center and policing technology, major park renovations on all sides of town, and miles of new multi-use trails, record spending on services for those fighting addiction and unhoused, and the opening of our new city hall. And whereas Troy is also a devoted family man, and his public service would not have been possible before his wife, Erin, and his daughters, Addison and Lily, who have served as an inspiration. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Common Council members as follows. We are pleased to officially recognize and honor Troy Warner for his dedication and work on behalf of the residents of South Bend. Section 2, we look forward to your continued involvement and leadership in the city through your new position as the mayor's chief of staff. Signed this 11th day of May in 2026 in the city of South Bend, County of St. Joseph, in the state of Indiana. Can we all give a hand to Mr. Troy Warner? Now, council members, I will allow you to have a moment to say something, starting with Ms. White.
Oh, okay, thank you, President. Just want to say congratulations to Mr. Troy Warner. It's been a pleasure working with you. And also, it's been a pleasure just, getting to know you so much better. And I do wish you well as you move on up to what floor are you going on now?
Sixth floor.
The sixth floor. We'll be coming up there to visit you. But again, thank you so much. And I know you're going to do a wonderful job.
Large member Rachel Thomas Morgan.
Councilor Troy Warner, it's been a real honor and privilege to serve with you. It's hard to describe what this experience is, serving on the council and getting to know council colleagues. We all bring different personalities and gifts and talents to the table, and respect one another for our differences. Troy, you've just brought so much to our council, and I will miss you, but really look forward to working with you as you continue your service to our city.
Now we'll go over this side. Councilwoman Ophelia Gooden Rogers.
Yes, thank you, Troy, for all that you've done for me. I'm really do appreciate all the knowledge that you have helped me to gain by being on this council. And I just want you to say I'm not done with you yet. So good luck in your new position, and I will be still calling on you. Thank you.
Councilwoman Sherry Bolden Simpson, please.
Thank you, Troy, for all that you've done, and we wish you much success in your new endeavor. And I always keep forgetting to tell you that the electrician union often speaks about you, and a man that can work with his hands is the man. You know how to get things done. So we wish you well in your new endeavor up on the sixth floor. Okay, you're welcome.
Dr. Oliver Davis.
Councilman, now Chief of Staff Warner, it's been an honor to work with you. One of the things that stood out for me is when we had breakfast, when we first got back to the council, and you talked about how you care for your mom and going back out of town and taking care of parents who live thousands of miles away is something that's dear to my heart, because I know the struggle. I mean, it's a challenge to do it when you're in town, but when you literally have to be worried about somebody that lives in another part of the country, I really saw that in you that day, and then stood with me all these days. And so I appreciate that. When I see the train, you like your trains too. So I appreciate the way you have reached out and cared for our older relatives, our parents. And that's been the key thing that I've always admired.
Vice President Skowski.
Thank you, President Lee. You know, Troy, when you first told me, I was just like, no, say it's not so. But you know, they called you the Renaissance man, but you're also a problem solver, multitasker, always willing to help someone if they have a question or not sure how to go about doing something. You've always had your door open. And you've helped, I think, just about every person on this council in one way or another, whether it was through policy, advocacy, or just trying to see clear through any particular issue. And just for myself, I think about how we first came on council together, you know, a month in, COVID hit, here's Teams, I didn't even know what it was. We're talking through little computer screens, and there was a lot of things we had to address in a very short amount of time. And we all worked together, but you've always been, I think, the calm one, I would say, problem thinker, and really helped sorting it out. And I appreciate all the times that I've reached out to you and you've helped. I appreciate everything you've done for the people here in our great city of South Bend, and you work well together with others. So I really appreciate all your time working 2 jobs plus this job, which they say is part-time. It's really not part-time. And that's quite a bit to handle. And I know you find a lot of strength through your family, but I want you to know that I found some of my strength through you. So I just want to say thank you. I'll miss you, but I know where to find you.
We'll go online to Councilwoman Sharon McBride.
Thank you. I just want to thank Councilman Warner for all of his support and help. He shared a lot of information with the council of what's going on from the RDC, Redevelopment Commission, and in his district. I know he gets a lot of slack for being in the 4th district as far as people compared from the east side of the river to the west, but there are a lot of great things happening in that area, and he was a great supporter and making a lot of things happen. But you also always took the time to explain information, give us information in advance, and walk us through what's going on in the city. So I am going to miss you, worked with you, not only in this capacity, but in the county. And you will definitely be missed, but I'm glad that you are just stair step away. So thank you and congratulations to all that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to say I call him Batman because Batman always has a contingency plan. I look at all of the members of the council as superheroes because we all have our own giftings and special abilities. And so I have just really appreciated having you as someone to talk to get direction, to help us move the city forward, and we look forward to that continuing to happen. So thank you for all of your years to the county, and thank you for all of the years to the city. Once again, everybody, let's give Troy Warner a hand. Like to say something.
I guess so. You guys know, I'm a man of few words. I think the key, right? All of those things you listed off, those are all collective wins for the city, the staff. We have amazing staff here, the mayor, all 9 council members. I'm just one. You guys all know how hard it is to get anything done. You got to get at least 5 more people on, plus, you got to convince the mayor and the staff and kind of work together to connect the dots, and that takes very much a collective effort. I want to thank all of you for also serving in this difficult role for our city. It takes a special kind of courage to sit in these seats and be patient while we debate the path towards our common goals. The weight of our city's challenges can feel heavy, but it is the weight we all carry together. We may disagree on the how, but we are bound by the why. Solving our most difficult problems requires more than policy. It requires a radical belief in one another and the people that we serve. Let's turn the friction into fuel and our debates into decisions. Our residents aren't looking for perfection. They're just looking for progress. So let's continue to give it to them. And I look forward to doing that just from a different floor. My door has always been open. I keep it open all the time, and it's still upstairs, will always be open. Thank you all.
All right.
Cool.
Normally do is, but clerk staff, do you want to say anything? Clerk Toronto, you want to say anything, Bob? Any interview staff members?
Councilmember Warner, it's been a joy working with you since my time in the clerk's office and as city clerk, and we go way back, and you've just been so supportive during my transition here, and I know you're just upstairs, but we'll definitely miss you. So thank you.
Do we want to take a picture? Or
Yeah, take a picture. One more
take a
picture.
All right, let's do a picture with them.
Yeah, him in the middle.
Now that we've done all of the great things of honoring the ALS month and Troy Warner, now it's time to get a report from our city offices, which is the Uni Gardens and Sarah Stewart. Let's welcome her. Please state your name and address for the record.
Sarah Stewart, the address Unity Gardens 3701 Prast Boulevard, South Bend, Indiana 46628. If I don't get a picture at the end of this, I'm going to think I failed. Isn't that how we do it?
Not everybody gets one.
Yeah, it would appear that's precedence. So thank you. It's been a while since I've been able to come and present. I'm really excited to offer you all updates. I have a PowerPoint to kind of share some of the updates for Unity Gardens and what's been going on. As many of you, and who's clicking for me? Oh, hey, thank you. Click. Yeah, should I say that or just kind of nod to you? Yeah, I'll nod. All right. So much to your relief, because you all are pretty well known to me, I will not go through the whole beginnings of Unity Gardens or the origins, but you might be surprised to know that in 2025, we have more than doubled our impact and reach. It has been amazing. Over 500,000 pounds of food, 45 gardens and 20 urban orchards. We've hosted 18,000 visitors at the main site alone and over 36,000 people that we have included in our classes and programs. We taught over 150 classes just in this 1 year and worked with 3,000 volunteers for over 8,000 hours of service. Unbelievable. Next. That wasn't alone. Obviously not a solo effort. I don't know if you all remember because most of you weren't serving way back, but a few of you were. This was a team effort. The city of South Bend was at the very beginning an early adopter, helping us get land through the Redevelopment Commission over at what's now known as the main Unity Gardens site. And you all have walked this journey with us the entire time. How could you have possibly believed in a dignified free food model that is unprecedented in not only in our nation, but in our world? And here we are 17 years later, just amazing. So I really want to thank you all for that. Unity Gardens was all of us started just by my work as a nurse and a public health nurse. What I realized was that if you take hungry people, food insecurity, and fast foods, high salt, high sugar foods, it's a recipe for disaster. We're all heading towards strokes, chronic illness, diabetes, et cetera, not only as a community, but as a nation. And frankly, we're here in the Farm Belt, we can do better. The idea took root, and so did we. That is the property that you all suggested we use in 2009. This is a 2010 early picture where you can see a small footprint. We had a plan. Sometimes it looks like we don't have a plan because we are moving so fast, but you see that main garden in the left-hand side, the urban orchard, the native wildflower area, the farm, and the welcome center, and even a market right here on site. Flash to 2024, and we've accomplished all that and more. We expanded the open garden to the east. We have our welcome center, et cetera. That's overhead of some of the gardens back in 2023 before the building. The vision was always to have a community with abundance of fresh, healthy food, which is not always the case in most communities. And the mission is to improve health through connecting our community to fresh food, nature, and one another. If we do that, if it comes under those pillars, then it's ours to help with. The magic of Unity Gardens, though, is not always so evident. It's a handout for people that may be suffering from hunger, but it's also an opportunity for people, providing pathways of success for people that may not have them. The magic is literally that we've transcended that usual dance, the dance that separates those who give from those who receive in charities. At Unity Gardens, we've erased that line that serves to divide us. You see, if I'm sitting here and handing you poor people food, makes me feel good, right? I'm part of the solution. You should be grateful. But if you're sitting over here, it feels a little bit different. It feels like what I'm saying, not what I am necessarily. But if you were only smarter, more industrious, wealthier, more tenacious, more like me, you'd be over here. So we've literally erased that line that divides those who give from those who receive. And instead of a typical handout type model. We all enjoy the food. We all enjoy the environment together. One of the things in the main garden, we do tasting tours, harvesting help, and garden guides that literally grow relationships. We have an urban farm that helps us support ourselves, whether you want to buy things at the South Bend Farmers Market or at our Welcome Center, where we have not only our award-winning honey from the hood, but herbs, cards, and other value-added products. The Welcome Center, Geodome, and Open Garden really took a crazy leap. We have a home now where we can interact with people year-round since 2023. I'm so tired of using a porta potty, so it's really nice. The Welcome Center helps us engage people. You all knew that we were growing really fast initially, but watch us grow with a real building, real computers, real phones, real bathrooms. The Geodome helps us connect kids and our entire community to green space year-round, completely off the grid. You'll have to see it. And we also have 45 satellite gardens and 20 urban orchards now, 110 trees right on the main site. We teach yoga in the garden, lunch and learn classes, culinary, gardening, pruning, and urban orcharding. You name it, we'll teach it. And events, growing community literally, whether it's Taste of Unity with 20 of the area's best chefs, or whether it's our barbecue festival, or whether it's Tour to Unity that's coming up June 20th, where it's a family-friendly bike ride. We're in Spooktacular with 2,000 kids last year attending. Amazing events for all sorts of people to bring them together. Our Little Sprouts is our accidental after-school program. You build it, they will come, and boy, did they. So we had to get ready. A lot of the people in our neighborhoods are food insecure, and so we created an opportunity for the kids not only to get a snack every single day and be first in line when we do get food donated, but also to learn diplomacy and garden things and horticulture and eating from the garden. And then they take ownership of that place, and we develop the relationships that give them pathways of success and put them in the realm of being able to see themselves as Unity Gardens ambassadors. Our reentry program is not a program anymore. South Bend Reentry, we are very lucky with the Indiana Department of Corrections to have the only reentry center in the entire state. So the prisoners, if there's 35,000 men that are incarcerated in Indiana, only 180 of them get the opportunity to come up to South Bend Reentry. The last 3 years of incarceration, they can't have certain more serious crimes, and they get to, while they're incarcerated, volunteer, network, intern, and have paid employment while they're still incarcerated. So it offers an opportunity to have income when they get out. The barriers are insurmountable for someone undergoing incarceration and reentry. This just softens that landing, if you will. Initially, that was a program built on the Geodome where the guys helped volunteer. That became something different when we hired 2 of them full time. We started an internship program, which is paid. So we have those 2 things. And then we do a weekly volunteer day where 10 of the guys will get to come out, volunteer, and we have a family style lunch. Remember, we take it for granted, family style lunches, but I hear prison food is less desirable. Even eating with metal forks is an experience some of them have had. We've seen many a guy walk through our native area just crying because they have not been immersed in green space in 30+ years. That program has been so successful, and talk about employees with gratitude, that now 1/3 of our entire staff and 2 of our 3 management staff, executive leaders, have been through this journey. So we're very excited. This is not a program, this is a partnership. Next. But what I'm here mostly to talk about is our Nurture and Nourish Sharing Shelf program. Many of you may have heard about what has happened at Unity Gardens. If you haven't seen it on Facebook or whatnot, this is the most miraculous thing. Our strategic plan is to listen. We have a feedback listening loop, if you will. where we listen to our customers, we listen to our community, and we listen to leaders. And that's how we look at the trajectory of where we're going to put our efforts. And our community started taking our sharing shelf literally from one little shelf where area farmers and backyard gardeners came and dropped off produce to clothing during the winter and canned goods, etc. Things changed. And all of a sudden, people were dropping off more and more things, children's toys, food from all over, etc. Our partners at Cultivate Food Rescue called up one day in late 2024 and said, can you get rid of a Gaylord of peaches? And I said, what's a Gaylord? They explained that's a 4x4x4 big box, and you'll see it right there. And I said, I don't know, we can try. And they brought over one, and it was gone in 2 hours. 2 hours. Unbelievable. So we had them bring over another and another, and each one's 900 pounds of peaches. Now, fast forward, and 300,000 pounds of food last year was given away. It's 10,000 peaches at a time, the watermelons over and over again. We had butternut squash, we had bananas, and the 30,000 pounds of green beans, which is horrible also. But anyway, luckily it was winter time when we had a truck stop by with 13,000 pounds of cottage cheese. And I know more ways to use cottage cheese than anyone should, because again, on Facebook, we shared it and everyone shared recipes, etc. But it always goes on the porch there. And you could click to the next one. The idea that people can come and have a dignified, free food experience. There is no such thing as food scarcity. We waste food. There's a food distribution problem. And Cultivate or Clay Church or the Food Bank of Northern Indiana or Great Harvest Bread or a myriad of others can't get rid of it all. They have invested in logistics and what they do in a beautiful way to gather all that excess as a team. What Unity Gardens is expert at is growing community, growing the relationships and the trust of our community. So when we have food, whether it's creamer and milk that's sitting out, this is last week, or school supplies, etc., we don't even post it on Facebook oftentimes unless it exceeds 10,000 pounds, because it will be gone within a few hours. So next. This was today. Brussels sprouts, raspberries, limes, apparently milk, I missed that, and English muffins. Light whole wheat, who knew that was a thing? But what happens from there is that we have opportunities for growth. The green beans were infamous because it was 30,000 pounds of green beans on July 3rd of last year, which was 93 degrees out, and they already had seen better days. That's a recipe for wasting food. But if we had finances and support to create a shaded shelter, we can build the things with insulation and a window air conditioner. We could make that last an entire week and allow people to access the food that's right there. Display shelving, where we don't have just those big boxes and have to tear them open real fast. We could make it a more dignified experience where people can actually see what's there without the urgency. A vehicle. We right now, people go, well, when are you getting your next food in? And we're like, because it's when people can deliver. Clay Church gave us a van. We now have to duct tape that together so it doesn't break in half. So we're really working hard to get a vehicle that we could go daily to Great Harvest Bread, to Clay Church, to Cultivate, and have food predictably present for our community. And then greeters and assistants. When you see someone walking up with a cane or walker, it's really difficult for them to take food back to their car. So we'd like to also have people that are dedicated to being able, just like in the garden, to help people with accessing their food and getting it back to their car. I am ready to take questions now. And you can click one more time.
Council members, do we have any questions?
I have comments.
I have no questions, but I would like to say, good evening, Sarah. It's good to see you. It's a wonderful place to come and work. So anybody that's got some free time, I go over and work with Miss Sarah all the time. Anytime she call me or let me know that she needs some help over there, because she is in District 2. But I want to tell you about those green beans now. Those green beans went well because I'm a green bean eater. And I came and got some and I took them. I think I took quite a bit and I went on my street because I have a lot of seniors on my street. And I just opened up my trunk and they came with bags and walkers and canes and they just said those were the freshest green beans they've had in a long time. So thank you for that. And anytime you need me again, just hey, you know my number. Thank you for the job that you do over there. And I'm sure not only myself, but it's a whole lot of people in that area because we have the Beacon Heights, we have the Success Academy, and we have, what is it, the Heritage, the other senior place there. So we have a lot of people in that area that do be in need of food, and you are a great source in that area. So anytime you need me, just let me know. Thank you.
Yes. Councilwoman Sherry Bolden Simpson.
All you do. I love these. Eliminate the line that divides those who give from those who receive. That's just wonderful. I missed this one. It's no longer a program, your reentry program. It's no longer a program. It's a what?
It's a partnership.
A partnership. That's great. Because that's what we want to have, partnerships, not someone, not the hierarchy. We want partnerships. So I love it. We've had students do community service over in Unity Garden, and it's just a way to make us more healthy. And, I remember in order to get children to eat healthy, when they grow it themselves, they are more likely, let me taste. I was a very picky eater, very picky as a child. And I'm thinking maybe I had that if I had grown that lima bean. I don't know about that. I might have tried it, but thank you. Thank you.
Davis.
It is such an honor for you to be here tonight. I pass by you every day on the way to school over at Dickinson. What you have done for our Dickinson children, as you well know, has been amazing. And you give them another option of life. I appreciate it when you reached out to me about our student this summer who comes and spends time with you. It's amazing because you provided another alternative to life. It's amazing when you help something grow, you see another seed grow, you see life yourself. And a lot of our children don't see life, and they don't see life as them being older people. But when you get a chance to see something grow, you can start seeing the future. You see seeds come bigger, and then you see how something that you help to produce now is useful, and it helps to translate in their own lives. I had a garden growing up, and I learned a lot of lessons in that garden. And I'm glad that you can share them with so many people, but especially our young people who live right over in the Beacon Heights area at Dickinson School. Um, just the whole neighborhood there, you help uplift it. And so I appreciate what you've done. Your nursing degree has been used in a way that you still heal, and you heal through a holistic point of view. And I appreciate that. As a part of Mental Health Month, you have done a great job being a mental health expert. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Troy, Mr. Warner.
Help there. It's been exciting watching you grow, and I think I was trying to think. I know I connected with you when I was an electrician, so that would have been 2009 or 10, and I can't remember what I hooked up, but we hooked up some panels and generators somewhere off of Bendix for some different events. But it's been exciting watching you grow along with the city. Thank you. You have always had passion and commitment to what you do. Thank you for that. I've always admired that, and we are excited to watch the organization grow and continue to develop and grow with our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. White.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm recalling correctly does it go back to IU South Bend? Were you involved with the university at that time?
I was involved a little bit with IU.
I thought so. I thought
Yeah.
that's when I first met you.
Yeah.
I think it's so important what you have done, that you are doing. You're teaching the importance of eating healthy, but more important than that, the importance of being able to grow your own vegetable and things of that nature. And so I know that the children are very excited. Sometimes when I come past there, on the weekends, it's packed. So again, the work that you do is greatly appreciated. And I see that you need some volunteers, right?
We always use volunteers.
Okay. Well, I'll give you my telephone number because I know of some young people that will be willing to help.
Fantastic.
But thank you for all that you do.
You bet.
Councilwoman Rachel Thomas Morgan?
It's just amazing. I mean, when I think that you've done it all, you think up another idea and you keep growing. I mean, really, your creativity is just out of this world. And it's always such a joy for me and my husband to stop by and visit and support your events. And just thank you for everything you're doing in our community.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Vice President Niskowski?
Hi, Sarah. Yes, you are amazing. I remember when you first broke ground and just trying to get things like water and, the foundation, and then bringing together all of the tradesmen that volunteered a lot of hours to that building, and it just bloomed from there. As did the Geodome. Every little project along the way has always made it to completion. You've always done such wonderful work in the city. And it says a lot about you and how much you care about the residents that live here. I'm very supportive, and I really appreciate everything that you have done. And you have my number, that's for sure. I've been to your events, I've seen your fundraisers, and it all goes to a great cause. And especially working with the little kids, where they can get their hands dirty and really learn what it's like to plant a seed and watch it grow, and then be able to eat the food from it. So just thank you. I appreciate your presentation and taking the time to come in front of us to give us an update on all the wonderful things that you're doing.
And as everyone has said, Sarah, you are amazing. I met you 20-something years ago, and I don't even know how we got connected, but our church donated pews because she needed benches out there, and she sent her boyfriend, and he came by himself, and felt so bad for him. And we helped him. We loaded him into the U-Haul and donated pews so that people could have places to sit out at the Unity Gardens, and to see what it has grown into has been amazing. And she tried to encourage me to have a garden, but I was a kid whose parents came from the South. We had a real big garden, so I got garden trauma. And we had to work a garden every summer and pick strawberries and all that stuff. So I was like, sorry, sir, I can't do it. But thank you for doing it, and thank you for all that you've done. And before we go, we're going to go online to Councilwoman Sharon McBride.
Thank you. Yes, I met you back when I started at Dukem in 2011, when you were helping. Actually, well, Garden was already established there. And then that was when the houses were on Madison Street. And then we transferred over to Lathrop. And for everything that you do, especially for the most vulnerable population, is by far number one. So thank you for your dedication and the passion that you have for our community, and for everyone to help support with healthy eating and access to fruits and vegetables, and even dirt that my mom just got this weekend. And finally, thanks to Vice President Niskoski, got my hands started in gardening. So thank you for everything that you're doing with our community, and nothing but great things and blessings for you to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that being said, do we need to go? We don't have to go to the public. With that being said, thank you, Sarah, for being here, and we wish you the best on all that you're doing with Unity Gardens. Let's give her a hand, everybody.
Two things. One is, it was clear to all of you how much history there is here, when every single one of you had a story of how we grew and you grew with us. And I think that says it all right there. Does that mean you guys are not going to do that picture? And if not, can I?
Oh, no, we'll do the picture.
Sure.
Come on, everybody. Come on down. Let's do the picture for Sarah.
Because, that'd be sad. I'm the only one. I don't need the chair. Thank you.
For those of you who are here, we don't do this everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I will entertain a motion for us to resolve to the committee of the whole.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Here.
It's aye.
Aye.
Oh. Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis. Vice President Niskoski.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Motion passes.
Committee of the whole is now in session. This is the portion of the council's meeting where bills are given a second reading and a public hearing before a committee made up of all 9 council members. All bills set for this second reading and public hearing have previously been given a first reading and a committee hearing prior to this evening's meeting. In addition, we will hear from the chairperson of the standing committee where the bill was discussed and the results of that discussion. If the proposed ordinance is a zoning ordinance, a report from staff member will be given. In all other situations, the formal presentation on the proposed ordinance will immediately follow the committee report. The formal presentation shall be untimed. Clerk Toronto, can you please give Bill 1726 a second reading?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 812 Oak Street, Councilmanic District Number 1 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Thank you. Dr. Davis, do we have a committee report?
Yes, the Zoning and Annexation Committee met this afternoon when we bring this bill to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you very much. At this point, I'll turn over Mr. Staub. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Council. Tim Staub, zoning specialist for the City of South Bend with offices on the 5th floor. As mentioned before you is Bill 1726 for a special exception by the owners of 812 Oak Street to permit a 2-unit dwelling on a property in a U1 zone district. Let's see whenever it wants to click. Go. Currently, as this stands, this is a vacant lot located in the Lincoln Park neighborhood. The applicant intends to build a pre-approved stack duplex on this vacant parcel So the use of the 2-unit dwelling is consistent with H1.1 from the city's comprehensive plan, which is to encourage residential development that contains a mix of housing types, densities, price ranges, and amenities. It is also activating a parcel which has been vacant for over 15 years. It is also consistent with the neighborhood's low density, as there are several 2 and 3-unit dwellings within just a couple blocks, as indicated by the purple. And this, as mentioned, this comes to you with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. Good evening, our petitioner. Your name and address, and what would you like to add, sir?
Yeah,
Hello, all the members. My name is Jose Guevara. I live in 418 Rosewood Drive, Mishawaka, 46544. Well, the point today is just to talk about, I would like to talk about the 812 Oak Street, about the building that I would like to build over there. It's a duplex, just to bring more housing solution in the area. Well, we can see what is happening right now in South Bend with new constructions. But this property is not for sale. It's just to be renting. Both this duplex and the other one that was talking here the last month. That's where we have right now for this project itself.
Okay,
Any question?
thank you. And I know you were in front of us last month. How many projects do you
Well, I have.
How many properties do you have in the city?
I have a little more vacant lots in the area, but
Yeah.
step by step.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a huge investment for small developers, and I bring in partner just to develop that. But, there's I own the vacant lots for the last 5 years. You are moving forward, trying to find finance and learning. I mentioned that I'm part of the Town Makers team. We're learning how to run all this kind of investment, teaching people how to find finance, how to make the pencil make sense, everything. Sometimes takes time, sometimes it's faster. The goal is doing right. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Council members, any preliminary questions regarding the special exception for duplex at Oak Street? Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
I just, on the back side of the house, is that gonna be parking for the people? Or is they gonna park on the street?
Well, usually in that area, many people park on the street, but we are not expecting to build a garage. Just put a proper area just to park over there.
For the street or the
No,
backyard?
on the
back?
backyard.
So is it gonna be concrete or is it gonna be
Yeah,
gravel?
probably
or-
it's gonna be gravel at the
Gravel.
beginning, yeah, because we have just the alley next to the house.
Okay, that's what I wanted to,
Yeah,
thank
but,
you.
Step by step.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
Seeing no other questions, we'll go to the public portion. Do we have any members of the public wishing to speak on bill number 1726, special exception for duplex located at 1812 Street? Anyone in person in the room or online? Anyone wishing to speak either in favor or against at this time?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak at this time.
Okay, with that, we'll close the public hearing portion on the bill and we'll come back to council members. Any other questions, comments? I'll say, kind of repeat exactly what I said in committees. Thank you for your continued investment. It's very exciting to see small local developers building more housing here in the city. We've got a few of those on our agenda tonight. That is exciting. It's also exciting to see folks continue to use the city's pre-planned designs. That tells us that we made the right choice investing in the time and the financing for that. So it's exciting. We thank you very much, sir, for coming back.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I want to finish my intervention, but when you have the experience that we are having today on the meeting is when you can see community in action.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. At this time, unless anybody else, I would entertain a motion.
Move that 1726 go to the council with full favorable recommendation.
I have a motion to send forward with a favorable recommendation by Councilmember Gooden Rogers and a second by Dr. Oliver Davis. Clerk Torado, can you please take a roll call vote on that motion for us?
Councilmember White?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson?
Aye.
Councilmember Warner?
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan?
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis? Councilmember Gooden Rogers?
Aye.
Councilmember McBride?
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski?
Aye.
President Lee?
Aye.
9 ayes.
Thank you. Your petition will go to third reading with a favorable recommendation. And with that, Clerk Torado, can you please give a second reading to Bill 2326?
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 2525 Bertrand Street, Councilmanic District Number 2 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Thank you. Dr. Davis, do we have a Zoning and Annexation Committee report?
Yes, this bill comes.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, Council. Tim Staub, zoning specialist for the City of South Bend with offices on the 5th floor. As mentioned, this is Bill 2326 for a special exception by the owners of 2525 Bertrand Street to permit a 2-unit dwelling on this property, which is zoned U1. As it stands, the application intends to use a pre-approved plan on this vacant lot, and it is located in the Kennedy Park neighborhood. The use of a 2-unit dwelling is consistent with H1.1 from the city's comprehensive plan, which is to encourage residential development that contains a mix of housing types, densities, price ranges, and amenities. It is also activating a parcel that has no history of any development. So this is the 1917 Sanborn, and this is the 1960 Sanborn. And we searched through the satellite images, and at no point in time has this lot ever seen a house on it, as far as we can tell. It is also consistent with the neighborhood. Neighborhood's low density, as there is a 2 or 3 unit dwelling not too far off this block. And as mentioned, this is coming to you with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you very much. I see we've got our petitioner online. Welcome. Good evening. Your name and address, and what would you like to tell us about your project?
Yes, good evening. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Cynthia Mene. I live in 2724 Trader Court West in South Bend, Indiana, 46628. Representing OMI LLC. I would like to build a 2-unit family on this property, 2525 Bertrand Street. Our goal is to create more affordable housing. In the past 2 years, I've been investing in residential properties where I purchase rundown houses within the community and renovate them and rent them. And then I noticed like an increase in demand whereby when we put our houses, for rent, we receive like up to 20, 25 requests, overwhelming requests to rent. So based on that, I started thinking about how we can, instead of creating a single family, we could create more, utilizing, single lots. This property you see here is just, right across Kennedy, where my kids attend. And I'm hoping that if this is successful, hopefully we could also do similar within that same area. Thank you.
Thank you. Council members, any initial questions?
I do have one, Chair.
Councilmember Tomas Morgan.
Thank you. I failed to ask you this earlier. Is this duplex, will it be for rent as well or for sale?
It will be for rent.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Yes, and I want to know when will you start and when do you look for completion?
So I'm hoping to start this year, most likely towards the later part of this year, and we would complete next year.
And I didn't hear what they said down there. Did you say it was for rent or for sale?
For rent.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. President Lee.
That was my question I was going to ask too, is how soon would you get started? And how many properties are you currently working with now?
So far, I currently have about 6 rental units. I also have renovated and sold a couple in the past few years. But I hoping to mostly do rentals.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, seeing none, we'll go to the public hearing portion on Bill 2326. At this time, do we have anyone in the public in the room or either online that would like to speak regarding the special exception for a duplex. Anyone in favor or against, or any kind of opinion?
At this time, I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak.
Thank you, clerk. With that, we will close the public hearing. I'll bring it back to council. Any other questions, comments?
Comment.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Thank you. I want to say to each of the developers that we appreciate developers that live here in the St. Joe County. We appreciate that you're renting and you're here, you're close by. Even the gentleman that lives in Mishawaka, you just a call away. So please treat I know you will, treat our residents well and with high quality living conditions. Thank you.
President Lee.
I'd also like to say that it is refreshing to see that this was a lot of land that had not ever had a house on it, and now finally somebody's going to put a house on it. And thank you to the previous developer and to this developer for investing in our inner city and providing affordable housing for individuals. I'm very proud of that happening.
Thank you.
This time I would entertain a motion.
Motion to send this to the full council, favorable recommendation.
Second.
I have a motion by Dr. Davis to send the bill forward with a favorable recommendation, and a second on that motion by President Lee. Clerk Tirado, can you please do a roll call vote on that favorable recommendation?
Councilmember Dr. Davis. Councilmember Tomlitz Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Thank you. The zoning petition bill 2326 will go to third reading here with a favorable recommendation. At this time, Clerk Tirado, can you please give Bill 2426 a second reading for us? Whoever's online, can you please mute yourself? We got some static. Thank you.
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 1110 North Huey Street, Councilmanic District Number 2 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Thank you. Dr. Davis, do we have a committee report on this bill?
And we bring this to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Council. Tim Staub, zoning specialist for the City of South Bend with offices on the 5th floor. This is Bill 2426 for a special exception by the owners of 1110 Huey Street to permit a 2-unit dwelling on a U1 zone property. The application intends to convert an existing single-family home in the northwest, shown here, into a duplex with 1 basement and 1 ground floor unit. Here are the proposed floor plans for each unit, as well as the site plan for the property. The use of 2-unit dwelling is consistent with objective H1.1 from the city's comprehensive plan, which is to encourage residential development that contain a mix of housing types, densities, price ranges, and amenities. This conversion will also add additional housing units to the neighborhood in a building that matches the scale and character of the surroundings. And as mentioned, it comes to you with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. Dr. Hopkins, welcome. Unmute yourself and your name and address, and what would you like to tell us about your project?
Well, hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you great.
Awesome. This is Dr. Consuela Hopkins. I'm at 2201 Lincoln Way West, there in South Bend, Indiana. And you're looking at our site plans for 1110 North Huey. And historically, I do own several commercial and residential houses on the Huey Street. And this one just has been a nuisance. And so our family decided to come together, purchase a home to turn it also into quality housing. with so much damage that it did need as far as renovation. Doing a duplex was the only way to really do it economically that would make sense for us. As I drop my phone, I'm traveling. But that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Council members, any questions regarding the special exception for Huey Street? Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
So this is a renovation or a new build?
This is a renovation.
A renovation, okay, and you changing it to it, okay, thank you.
Okay, seeing nobody else, we'll go to the public hearing portion at this time. Do we have any members of the public who would like to speak regarding a special exception in Bill 2426 for a duplex on North Huey Street? Anyone in the room, in person or online? Anyone wishing to speak in favor or in opposition?
I do not see any members of the public in person or online. I'm wishing to speak.
Thank you. With that, we'll close the public hearing portion on Bill 2426. I'll bring it back to council members. Any further questions or comments? President Lee?
Yes, I would just like to say to Dr. Consuela Hopkins, thank you for what you've been doing over on Lincoln Way and Huey Street and on Olive Street, 2nd and 1st District. So we really appreciate you taking the initiative to turn a nuisance property to a place that can be a place where families can afford to live and can have a safe, clean environment. So thank you very much for that.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
My mic on. Yes, Consuela, thank you. I'm going to second what President Lee just said.
Well said. Okay, anybody else? I would take a motion.
I'd like to move Bill 24-26 to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Second.
I have a motion for a favorable recommendation by Councilmember Tomas Morgan and a second by Councilmember Bolden Simpson. Clerk Torado, can you please do a roll call vote on that favorable motion for Bill 2426?
Councilmember Dr. Davis. Aye. Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Tomas Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Thank you. Dr. Hopkins, your special exception will go to third reading here shortly with a favorable recommendation. And with that, we will give our final bill a second reading, Bill 2526.
Me?
No, not yet. She's going to do second reading.
Public hearing on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana,
Gotcha.
approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 505 Blaine Street and 507 Blaine Street, Councilmanic District Number 1 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Thank you. Dr. Davis, our committee report.
Yes, the Zoning Annexation Committee met and we bring this bill to you with a favorable recommendation.
All righty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's all yours.
Good evening, Council. Tim Stow, zoning specialist for the City of South Bend with offices on the 5th floor. Before you is Bill 2526 for a special exception by the owners of 505 and 507 Blaine Street to permit a 2-unit dwelling in the U1 zone property. Here is the image of the 2 vacant lots as they currently exist. The petitioner intends to build a townhouse-style duplex across the parcels in the Lincoln Park neighborhood. A site plan of the development and the proposed rendering are shown here. Although this is technically only one housing unit on each parcel, because there is a shared wall between them along the lot line, a special exception is still required due to the buildings being attached. The use of a 2-unit dwelling is consistent with H1.1 from the city's comprehensive plan, which is to encourage residential development that contain a mixture of housing types, densities, price ranges, and amenities. Additionally, these homes are activating land that has been vacant for at least 15 years, with a building that matches the scale and character of the neighborhood. As mentioned, the committee sends it to you with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. And do we have our petitioner online? Good evening and welcome.
Well, hello. Thank you for the favorable recommendation, staff and council. Thank you for the opportunity to hear this petition. This project is part of intended. Oh, and I'm sorry, I should have started with my name is Bennett Bensman. Petitioning on behalf of Affordable Home Matters Indiana, address 1704 Bellefontaine Street, Indianapolis, Indiana 46202.
Awesome job.
This project is part of Intend Indiana's 5-year plan to bring up to 92 affordable housing units to the Lincoln Park neighborhood. These 2 units will be affordable housing for homeownership. Each side will be about 1,500 square feet, 3-bed, 2.5 bath on each side. It does conform with the U1 zoning ordinance and the contextual setback requirements. And it does fulfill the Lincoln Park neighborhood revitalization plan's recommendation to provide a variety of lower housing choices to develop on vacant lots in the neighborhood. So if just kind of throw it open to any questions you guys have about the project.
Thank you, sir. Council members, questions regarding the Blaine Street duplex? Councilmember Bolden Simpson?
Yes. Is this the one that has the shared wall agreement?
It does, yes. Yep.
Could you just tell us a little bit about that? 2 families living together and, living side by side, and you have a shared wall agreement, just a high level. I was just curious.
Sure. So there are different, mechanisms if there's an incident on one side and it ends up affecting the unit next door. There are mechanisms to correct and kind of rectify the issue. Also, in any kind of exterior damage that does damage both units, there's clauses to to kind of speak to that issue. And then also there's even I guess language to even address simple things like if you want to change paint or change shingle colors. There's different mechanisms to kind of govern those decisions and kind of mediate that process.
Thank you.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers?
Is this a rental or is this a purchase?
This is for purchase, and these are affordable housing units.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, we'll go to the public hearing portion at this time. Do we have any members of the public that would like to speak regarding Bill 2526, a special exception for duplex on 505 and 507 Blaine Street? Anyone in the room in person, anyone online, either in person or against? Come on up, ma'am. Sure. We need you to go to the mic so he can hear you.
Wigfall,
Thank you.
St. Joseph County, and I'm just curious, this design, is this the beginning of several developments in that neighborhood, or is this just the one home that's being considered?
Thank
You
you.
mentioned out of Indianapolis, and so I know
Mhm.
that there's several homes that, or
There's-
communities that have that type of design, so I was
Okay.
curious to know.
Okay, so I'm gonna let him go ahead and answer that, sir.
So yeah, this is just addressing just this one lot. We are building a considerable amount of homes in the Lincoln Park area, but this is just kind of, I guess, one floor plan that we're using we really are trying to offer a broad array of kind of housing types, just so that it doesn't look like a, kind of a cookie cutter neighborhood as you drive through Blaine Avenue and Cleveland and Harvey and Berner. Like those are the streets that we're currently working on.
So I said this in committee, and I'll kind of repeat it. So there is a 5-year partnership between Intend Indiana and the city to build 92 new homes on vacant lots in that neighborhood. This is one of those 92 homes. Most of these lots were empty. They were owned by the city. The city has transferred them to Intend, and then is providing some
I'm just curious if
assistance.
that particular street
Oh,
is going
that
to have
the
several
design.
homes designed.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
They're
That was my
mixing the designs up
Yes.
pretty well over
Because
there.
in Annapolis, the street he's talking about, Belfont, there's homes like that. So I was just curious if that's what they were doing here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Do we have any other members of the public, anyone in person or online who would like to speak regarding the project or the special exception on Blaine Street?
I do not see anyone additional at this time wishing to speak.
Thank you. With that, we'll close the public hearing on Bill 2526. Council members, any further questions, comments? Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
Yes, I just want to thank you. I had asked earlier as well whether this construction is for rent or for purchase. And in answering my question and Councilmember Gooden Rogers' question, it's for purchase, which I really appreciate. I think it's important for us to build stock and provide more opportunities for home ownership for residents in our community. And also, while this might be kind of newer in our community, it's quite common in other urban communities. So living in Chicago, you see neighborhoods or blocks where you have these kind of townhome type structures. So really just appreciate your commitment to South Bend, for coming to South Bend, and your commitment over these 5 years to bring 92 new housing units to our community. Thank you.
Thank you, President Lee.
Yes, I would just like to say that I've met a young lady who bought one of the Intend houses. She's 20 and she qualified to be able to purchase one, and she is so happy at a young age. These houses are beautiful and a great opportunity for our young people to actually become homeowners, and she's so excited about it, and the quality is nice. So I support this, and I think that this is going to be continue to be something great that's going to transform that area that hasn't seen investment in a very long time. So thank you very much for your efforts.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Do we have a motion?
Move to send Bill 2526 to the whole council with a favorable recommendation.
Second.
I have a motion for favorable by Councilmember Bolden Simpson and a second by Councilmember Gooden Rogers. Clerk Torado, can you please do a roll call vote on that favorable recommendation?
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
All ayes.
Thank you. The bill will go forward to third reading with a favorable recommendation. At this time, I would entertain a motion to rise from the committee of the whole.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Clerk Torado, can you please take a vote on that motion to rise from the committee of the whole and report
This be
back?
your last time rising, right? We may have to discuss that a little further.
Okay.
All right, Clerk Torado.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Reluctantly, aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Committee of the Whole is now adjourned. Thank you.
And it's the last time for Troy Warner. All right. The full council is now back in session, and this is a portion of our meeting where bills are given a third reading and action taken regarding bills that were heard in the committee of the whole. Clerk Toronto, would you please give Bill 17-26 a third reading?
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 812 Oak Street, Councilmanic District Number 1 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
All right, Council Warner, is there a recommendation from the committee of the whole?
Committee of the Whole sent that bill with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a
Move
motion
for
regarding
passage.
Bill
Second.
17-26. Y'all gotta let me finish.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, I will now entertain a motion for Bill 17-26.
Move for passage.
Second.
All right, there's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember White, Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
17-26 is passed. Clerk Toronto, please give 23-26 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 2525 Bertrand Street, Councilmanic District Number 2 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Councilor Warner, is there a recommendation from the committee of the whole?
That petition for a special exception comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
23-26 is passed. Clerk Toronto, please give 24-26 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 1110 North Huey Street, Councilmanic District Number 2 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Councilor Warner, is there a recommendation from the committee of the whole?
The Huey Street special exception comes with a favorable recommendation.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Bill 24-26 has passed. Clerk Toronto, please give Bill 25-26 a third reading.
Third reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving a petition of the Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 505 Blaine Street and 507 Blaine Street, Councilmanic District Number 1 in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Councilor Warner, is there a recommendation from the committee of the whole?
That bill also comes with a favorable recommendation from the Committee of the Whole.
I will now entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner.
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski.
Aye.
President Lee.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Bill 25-26 has been adopted. Resolutions. This is the portion of the council's meeting where the common council hears bills filed as proposed resolutions. The title of each proposed resolution is read by the city clerk. A report from the committee chairperson of the standing committee to which the bill was referred to for advisory review and recommendation is then given. During the public portion of each proposed resolutions, members of the public are invited to address the council. We ask that you please give your name, address, and comments on the bill, and if you're online, to please turn your camera on. If you have any questions, they will be addressed by the presenter during their rebuttal. Each member of the public is limited to 5 minutes, with those speaking in favor going first, followed by those in opposition. Then a 5-minute rebuttal from the presenter of the bill. Clerk Toronto, would you please give Resolution 26-13 a read?
A resolution of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, approving the issuance of scrap metal junk dealers recycling operation licenses for calendar year 2026 pursuant to Section 4-51 of the South Bend Municipal Code.
All right, is there a committee report?
Bill 2613 was heard this afternoon in community investment and comes with a favorable recommendation from the committee.
All right. Petitioner, would you please state your name and address for the record and your presentation?
Michelle Adams. I'm the business license administrator with the Department of Community Investment on the 5th floor of the city building. Good evening, council members. I'm here today to request the approval of the resolution for the scrap metal dealer license renewals. I've received completed applications from the following established local businesses: Omnisource at 1305 Prairie Avenue, Stevie's Enterprises, 3109 South Gertrude, Paul's Auto Yard, 3300 South Main Street. In accordance with Section 4-51 of the South Bend Municipal Code, these applications underwent a rigorous multi-departmental review. This process involves the South Bend Police Department, South Bend Fire Department, Neighborhood Services and Enforcement, the Zoning Department, and the Department of Community Investments Project Manager. I am pleased to report that all properties were inspected and found to be in full compliance with city requirements. Neighborhood Services and Enforcement and the zoning inspectors verified that all fencing is in good repair and the exteriors are free of litter, debris, or improperly parked vehicles. Zoning has confirmed these sites as legal non-conforming, allowing for their continued use. The South Bend Fire Department ensured that all flammable materials and waste oil are stored in double-line containers with proper secondary containment. Each site maintains clear 10-foot fire truck lanes, accessible fire extinguishers, and safe welding zones away from combustibles. The project manager verified with both IDEM and the EPA that there are no active notices of violation of these properties. The South Bend Police Department completed background investigations into all applications. All businesses meet safety standards, including daily electronic reporting to the police and active video surveillance systems. Business License Administrator confirmed that all applicants are registered with the Indiana Secretary of State. Because all reviewing agencies have found these properties compliant and all ordinance requirements have been met, I respectfully ask for your approval for this resolution to issue these licenses. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions. We also have the couple gentlemen from the fire department here and our project managers online.
All right. We've already talked about this in committee, but council members, do you have any questions? All right, if there's no question, we will now go to public hearing. Clerk Toronto, is there anyone from the public wishing to speak in favor or in the chambers to speak in favor, or is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition?
At this time, I do not see any members of the public in person or online wishing to speak in favor or in opposition.
All right, at this time, the public hearings is closed. Council members, do you want to make any comments, or at this time, then I will entertain a motion.
Move for passage.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Dr. Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson.
Aye.
Councilmember McBride.
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right, resolution 2613 has passed. Clerk Toronto, please give resolution 2614 a reading.
A resolution of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, recommending issuance of conditional scrap metal junk dealers recycling operations licenses pursuant to Section 4-51 of the South Bend Municipal Code.
Move to accept the substitute bill for 2614.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember Gooden Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right. We have now accepted the substitute. Now would you please give it a reading?
I just read it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can
There's a
read it
committee
again if you'd
report.
like.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what I was looking for, the committee report.
So the Community Investment Committee heard this bill this afternoon after a long half hour or so discussion. It was brought forward with no recommendation. However, it was brought forward with no recommendation because the body felt that it wanted a amendment to return this back to the council in 60 days if the businesses came into compliance. And that's what the substitute bill will do, is bring this back to council in 60 days if the businesses have come into compliance, or if the business, or if the licensing division feels that maybe the businesses are making some progress towards compliant and deserve another 60 days, that would also come back for approval to account. Thank you.
All right, petitioner.
My name is Michelle Adams. I'm with the Department of Community Investment, and I work on the 5th floor of the City Hall. I'm here today to request the approval of 4 60-day interim licenses for scrap metal dealers. I've received completed applications from the following established local businesses: LKQ Pick Your Part Midwest, located at 1602 South Lafayette Boulevard; Big Bulldog Auto Parts, located at 3700 South Gertrude Street; Alternative 2, located at 700 West Chippewa Avenue; and Republic Services at 2500 Green Tech Drive. In accordance with Section 4-51 of the South Bend Municipal Code, these applications underwent the same multi-departmental review I discussed earlier. This process involves the South Bend Police Department, South Bend Fire Department, Neighborhood Services Enforcement, the Zoning Department, and Department of Community Investments Project Manager. The reason for the interim license approach is that we're reviewing departments' identified deficiencies that still need to be corrected. However, those deficiencies do not require denial at this time, and the city believes that it is appropriate to provide additional time for compliance while preserving the city's enforcement authority. Our review process found that Neighborhood Services and Enforcement and Zoning have cleared all properties as compliant. However, the 60-day window is requested to address the following deficiencies. First, the police department determined that both LKQ and Big Bulldog were unregistered with Leads Online at the time of application. Leads Online is the mandatory system for tracking stolen items. Both applicants have since registered, but the 60-day period ensures they demonstrate consistent reporting before receiving a full license. Republic Services had deficiencies identified by the fire department. Namely, they must finalize their annual fire alarm testing and confirm the status of their private fire hydrants. The fire department recommended interim approval for these issues. Alternative 2 had deficiencies identified by the fire department as well, and environmental review. Alternative 2 is currently addressing required repairs to their fire suppression system. and the fire department recommended an interim grant as appropriate to address these issues. Alternative 2 also has active environmental violations for hazardous tire waste. IDEM has an active enforcement case against Alternative 2. It's cause number 71C011401 PL 000017. The filings in the court case indicate that Alternative 2 is taking steps to comply with and remediate the environmental issues. The city's environmental review determined that an interim license grant is appropriate since violations are more technical in nature rather than a human health and safety hazard. In summary, we are not recommending full one-year renewals at this time for the 4 identified applicants. Instead, we are asking for these 60-day interim licenses to maintain enforcement and oversight. This ensures that these businesses meet our city's high standards for public safety and environmental responsibility. Again, representatives from the fire department available today to discuss any fire code compliance issues. I'm available for questions, and our project specialist is online for any questions you may have.
Okay. If you would like fire department, if you guys would like to just for the record, for the meeting, the issues that the fire department found or
Assistant Chief and Fire Marshal Derek Urquhart, South Bend Fire Department, 1222 South Michigan Street, South Bend, Indiana, 46601. So yeah, as the fire department, working with business licensing, required inspections, obviously to get their permit. So 700 West Chippewa, Alternative 2. We had a total of 7 visits since January 1st. We did find some deficiencies in their fire protection systems. We have been working with them, and most recently, what came to light over the last, I think, week and a half, was they did actually get everything completed. So this would just help us confirm that. The last bit of that was just confirmation paperwork in hand stating that those items that we identified were taken care of. The other part of that was their private fire hydrant. We still need to confirm that that was tested and maintained. As far as 2500 Green Tech, same thing. We had 4 inspections since January 1st. They actually were in compliance with their fire protection systems leading up to the winter. So the last report was from November. They were compliant at that time. Because of the system they have installed in their building, it's a dry system. Has some kind of specifics with that, but ended up with some sprinkler issues that they do have to take care of. So we were just waiting on that and their fire alarm report and their hydrant report. So we felt the 60 days was appropriate, especially for them to work with a service provider, get those repairs made and come into compliance with us.
Thank you very much. Just for that clarity, and for giving us a definition of that. Also, some of those that were not registered, they are registered now, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Yes. All right, council members, do you have any questions?
Yes. How soon do notices go out to the scrap metals that their license is about to expire?
Usually towards the end of December. Their license expires January 31st.
Their license expires?
January 31st of every year.
And so is it possible to send them out 60 days before that?
Yes.
And so I know with my state license, it's due every 2 years on April the 1st. And so starting basically almost 4 months ahead of time, I get a warning, or I should say a notice. I don't like to use the word warning, but a notice that my license needs to be renewed. And because if it came at the end of March and it's due 1st of April, I may miss it or forget about it. And so they give me enough time where it'd be difficult for me to argue that I didn't know. Sure. Because as soon as the year rolls around, this is 2026, I get a notice. And then I get one more notice, and then I'm in trouble. And so I think if we could add a letter or something 60 days ahead of time to everybody, I honestly believe that that helps us to do our due diligence. And as a responsible owner, they should know that this is coming up annually. And so I mean, that should be in it. But even with that notice, I still think that a 60-day ahead of time, just to remind, I mean, people get busy, life happens. And so for them to get a 60-day notice, I think would be something that helps us to be heavy on that side just as much as the other side. What's your thoughts about that?
Oh, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you. Anybody else with any questions? If not, we'll go to the public. Clerk Toronto, is there anyone from the public wishing to speak in favor or against Substitute Bill 2614?
At this time, I do not see any members of the public wishing to speak in favor or against.
All right, at this time, the public hearing portion is closed. Any comments? Yes. Councilwoman Rachel Thomas Morgan.
Thank you. I just want to thank you and our council's office here for amending the language in the original bill after hearing council's concerns. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, and thank you for the work that's being done. You know, Cadillac converters have been stolen, and they do a lot of damage just to get that little bit of money. And so having these things in place to find stolen parts is very important. So thank you all for your diligence, and thank you all for the work that you've done. And at this time, I'll now entertain a motion.
Motion to send this to the substitute version to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
We're approving it. It's already sent.
Well then, move for passage, sorry.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call roll.
Councilmember McBride,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Councilmember Warner,
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
President Lee,
Aye.
9 ayes.
All right, Substitute Bill 2614 is passed.
Thank you.
Bills on the first reading. Clerk Toronto, would you please give 2726 a first reading?
First reading on an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, amending the zoning ordinance for property located at 604 Scott Street and 606 Scott Street and 616 Scott Street and 618 Scott Street and 620 Scott Street, parcel IDs 018 1054 2320 018 1056 2397 018 1056 2399 018 1056 2400 018 1056 2403 018-1056-24001, 018-1056-24002, Council Meeting District Number 1 in the city of South Bend, Indiana.
All right, I would like to now entertain a motion to send to the South Bend Plan Commission for public hearing on May 18th and send to the Zoning and Annexation Committee for public hearing and third reading on May 26th.
So moved.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Clerk Toronto, please call the roll.
Councilmember Thomas Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Good Rogers,
Aye.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Councilmember Dr. Davis,
Aye.
Councilmember McBride,
He signed off.
Okay. Councilmember Bolden Simpson,
Aye.
Vice President Niskoski,
Aye.
and last vote for the night,
Aye.
and President Lee.
Aye.
8 ayes.
All right, 2726 has passed. Unfinished business. Any unfinished business from the council? If not, new business. Is there any new business? I think tomorrow is bike to work week starts at 7:30 in the morning. There's a
Be there
breakfast,
bright and early.
breakfast in the morning at John Hunt Plaza. If you like free pancakes, it's here. But it's at 7:30 in the morning.
I hear you.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure everybody knew that the governor, Braun, extended the tax for the gas tax again. Just extended 30 more days, which we're very happy about. So got to send him another thank you letter for that too. Haven't done that yet, but we are very happy, and hopefully this crisis will go down soon. So, and that's what I wanted to make sure you know.
All right. Thank you very much. Now we'll go to the privilege.
I wanted to say,
sorry.
I wanted to say that the Linden Market, Linden Street Market at Martin Luther King Center, the kickoff was Saturday. It was the 9th, and it was a wonderful experience. There was lots of entertainment. The weather was great and chilly, and this was the first one starting off the season, and it had a lot of people. So if you missed it, you might not get another good one like that this summer, but this one was fantastic. And I'd like to say thank you to Miss Mary McAfee for the great things that she does with that farmers market. It was wonderful.
All right. Somebody said James Brown and Luther Vandross was there, and
Yeah, they was cutting up too.
and I think some of our leaders were cutting up too.
Well, let's just say they were having fun.
There we go. All right. Thank you very much. Ms. White. Yes.
One tomorrow, which is going to be May 12th. The Residential Neighborhood Committee will be having a working session in terms of the chronic nuisance, and it's going to be open to the public. And I'm just so excited that we're going to have Attorney Jenna Thoreau as well as Mr. Daryl Scott. They will be the presenters, and so that's going to be tomorrow here in the chambers at 4:30. And then on May the 20th, our Youth Advisory Council will have a town hall meeting on mental health, and that's going to be moderated by Mr. Joshua Short. If you'd like to attend, all you have to do is to RSVP, and then part of the town hall meeting afterwards, we have a number of seniors who will be graduating, and we'll be having graduation services for those. And so it's open to the public, but you just need to RSVP. Thank you so much.
Where's the location?
It's going to be at the Morris, Ernest T. Racklin Encore space.
All right, great. And those youth council members are doing an outstanding job getting involved and engaged. And what I love about the work is that they work together and there's no division. They're all about trying to push the city forward from a youth perspective. And thank you, Ms. White, for all of the work, and Councilwoman Gooden Rogers for all of the work that you guys have done with those individuals. So thank you very much.
Can I just ask Ms. White, will she elaborate on the last youth council over at the Howard Park, where Chief
boy.
Buchanan was at for them?
That one was very, very encouraging. What happens when the youth council members have been appointed, they have to fill out a questionnaire, and based on that questionnaire, we ask them, what topics do you want to hear about, or that you need to have the information you want to engage? And so one of the topics, which was this last week, was on public safety. And we had Chief Carl Buchanan, along with, what's his first name? I can't think of his first name now.
Yeah,
Javier
from
Bourne.
the police department, and it was exciting. The students asked excellent questions, and they felt so well received, and that individuals were listening to them, and they were honored to have the opportunity to meet the fire chief.
Yeah.
And so this semester will be over, and we'll be recruiting once again because we have about 10 individual seniors who will be graduating. So again, it's open, and we just encourage you to make sure that you RSVP.
Council members, please attend May 20th. You will be greatly impressed by what our young people are doing. So thank you very much.
I'm gonna say Pastor Lee. Pastor Lee, President Lee. I also like to say thank you to the staff here because they prepare all the work for us that the students be needing, and they do such a great job. And you ladies did a fantastic job. Thank you.
All right. All right, everybody. Privilege of the floor. Disrespectful, rude, or disruptive speech or actions will not be tolerated. Such speech or actions, as well as verbal attacks on any person, may result in an individual without notice forfeiting the remainder of his or her allotted time. Individuals who wish to address the council must state their name and residential address. And if you're online, you have to turn your camera on. Individuals will be limited to 3 minutes only. The maximum time limit for this portion of the meeting shall be 30 minutes. Individuals shall not be permitted to address topics which the council has heard previously on the agenda. The council president may assign a topic raised by an individual during the privilege of the floor to the appropriate council member and/or request the city clerk to contact a member of city administration for review, and topics assigned shall be responded to at the next scheduled council meeting. At this time, I ask that you state your name and address for the record.
Sue Kessel, 4022 Kennedy Drive. Did you know that South Bend has approximately 7,000 vacant and abandoned properties that are regularly mowed? That means thousands of lots requiring fuel, labor, equipment, maintenance, and emissions over and over again. While at the same time, we're hearing concerns about flooding, rising summer temperatures, declining pollinators, and a loss of natural habitat. I have an idea that may address several of these at once. I'm asking you to consider a program where some of the larger vacant properties are transitioned from repetitive mowing into native wildflower and pollinator habitats using plants native to northern Indiana. These areas could reduce mowing, reduce emissions, help absorb stormwater, cool surrounding temperatures, support birds, bees, butterflies, and other vital insects. They could also improve soil health and biodiversity. And this is not just an idea I'm floating alone. Since bringing this up, I've received interest from the St. Joe County Soil and Water Conservation District, the Ecological Advocacy Committee, and Wild Ones. In addition, this could become a partnership opportunity with our 6 local universities that have sustainability and environmental programs. The students could help study pollinator activity, stormwater absorption, urban heat reduction, soil regeneration, and the long-term maintenance savings. These vacant lots could become living classrooms and a community asset instead of just being mowed all the time. And there's some great grant opportunities available through the Candid Grant Database. My suggestion is to have the city retain ownership, but to lease the land to a private group like Wild Ones for $1. We can manage some of our land in a way that costs less over time and gives us more value back. And I believe we can do this. We have an opportunity to turn overlooked spaces into something beautiful, functional, educational, and environmentally responsible. Instead of mowing away potential every week, we can grow something that benefits the entire community. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I would like a response back from the council. Thank you. Follow up. Thanks.
Thank you. All right. If anyone else, yes.
Good evening, Council. Haj Patel, 904 East Jefferson Boulevard in South Bend, just across the river. I know almost all of you, I believe, over a number of years, and just want to share with you that this afternoon I did file to be a candidate for the fourth district, city council district. And my commitment is to listen, to be open-minded, to build a coalition, to be a consensus builder, to serve the people of the fourth district. And in addition to that, making sure that when issues are brought to the elected representative, that they are properly addressed. I, as you know, worked for 22 years on the congressional side in the U.S. House and Senate, and did a lot of constituent service, probably thousands of cases. And so have the ability not only to help address issues that are related to city business, but also when people have issues that are veterans, people with healthcare issues, people who have issues with different agencies, whether they're state and federal agencies. And then I also am engaged in some nonprofit organizations that are important to this community, such as the Center for the Homeless. I sit on the board for the Center for the Homeless, volunteered there for about 18 years, and then took a little hiatus and joined the board a couple of years ago. Also, the Potawatomi Zoo, you know, a very important part of this community where hundreds of thousands of people visit each year. And then, of course, the South Bend Rotary Club. So next Wednesday is the caucus meeting, and look forward to hopefully being selected to represent the 4th District. Councilman Warner has done an excellent job, and grateful because he is my representative still. And hopefully I'll be able to take over that position if I'm elected. Thank you again.
Thank you.
You.
Is there anyone online or?
There are no members of the public in line or in person that wishes to speak under privilege of the floor.
All right. With that being said, thank you, Troy Warner, for all of your years of service. And as you go on to your next level, we will be worrying you. All right. Thank you all for your time, talent, your resources today. And thank you all for making South Bend a better place. God bless you. This meeting is now adjourned.